going. Gotta catch those runners taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream, Wednesday, October 22nd. S&P is currently up 6 points. NASDAQ down 24, Russell down 10, Dow down 18. So S&P, the only one that is a little bit green. VIX is up 2.25%, 18.27. Silver is up 0.5%. Gold's down almost 1%. Notes and bonds and yields are all flat. Oil up 2%. Natty gas up 1.3%. All the grains are up about 0.33%. Euro and the pound are both down about 1/3, 1/4. Bitcoin's down again 3.3%, back around 108,000. So we got a little bit of a overnight VIX expansion, so I will be doing a 1DTE. Just keep in mind, Tesla earnings is after the bell today, so the decay might be a little slow. So I'm going to monitor it closely. If the decay is pretty bad, I'll probably just close it. But I will let it fire here at the open. I do have a Netflix earnings butterfly from yesterday. I went bullish and Netflix is down, so just going to let that play out. We have till Friday to see if it happens to bounce, but not the move I was looking for on that. As far as big movers this morning, DKNG, DraftKings up 2.5%, NBIS up 2%, Google's up 1.5%. Google had some wild after hours action, big spike up. Well, first of all, yesterday big drop after the OpenAI browser news, then it got it all back, and then it spiked up after hours. Then it kind of trailed off or chopped around sideways. Netflix, the biggest red. Also some quantum names down, some crypto names down. CoreWeave is lower. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, SK, I'm not sure if you joined a little bit late. Yeah, I'll be doing a 1DTE at the open, but Tesla has earnings after the bell, so I may be closing it early if I don't see much good decay. Opening bell in 20 seconds. There she blows. SPX expected range for the day about 29.18. Pretty close to the same as yesterday. Yesterday was right at 30. Did not come close to touching its expected move yesterday. Let's see if we can get any more expanded range today. Initial move in the indices. Well, NASDAQ and S&P down, Russell up. I want to see the S&P and NASDAQ get out of their little pre-market range here before I would get too excited about anything directionally. I really like to see a 15-minute close above or below one of these key levels to try to take an early runner. PLTR trying to stay green. Banks, all three big banks are in the red. There is my 1DTE firing. And it's going to be 90 wide. Just posted that in the trades channel.
Order filled.
Hey, so Tony, I see you're on here. So obviously Netflix had a pretty decent size move down. And so that calendar price is out of range. Yeah. Here's the one I'm modeling. I think this should be the same as you have. So then what do you just close it the next morning, or do you try to hold it? How do you manage these? So you can see what happens with a calendar, right? It the day before it's really wide, and then it's like an accordion, right? It squishes in after the earnings announcement. Of course, if it would have stayed in range, you book a quick profit. I'm gonna be watching those more. Like, we've got Tesla today and a few others. I'm gonna do some modeling on those as well, but. All right, so we got the NASDAQ coming down, acting the weakest, pushing through pre-market lows, also below yesterday's lows. Chip stocks coming down. Banks still coming down. Crypto's coming down. Apple tried to go green. It's coming down. Tesla rated unchanged. Nvidia's red. Microsoft is still up 0.5%. Google is still up 1.5% from its gap up. Yeah, I think that's reasonable, Tony. I think, a lot of times you'll see 40, 50, 60% gainers. So keeping your losses to about the same, I think, would make sense without digging too deep. NASDAQ bouncing back up to yesterday's lows. APP is up 3%. APP kind of just grinded higher all night. Halliburton had earnings yesterday, was up. It's up another 3.5%. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the one I was looking at. It grinded higher all night. APP kind of gapped up. Netflix getting weaker. Indices staying weak. I'm going to wait for the first 15-minute bar to close, but if NASDAQ stays under that previous day low, I'll be looking for potential put play. PLTR pushing new lows. Amazon tick new lows. Looks like Amazon, well, besides Netflix, Amazon's kind of the weakest of the big boys. I don't really even watch Boeing. Not sure why I would get long there. Looks pretty choppy to me. Goog trying to bounce. Microsoft trying to bounce. Why would I get long Boeing, Dark Avenger? Why? Tell me why. No comment. Just for fun. Good talk, Dark Avenger. Good talk. Thank you for the insight. All right, QQQ pop back up above pre-market lows. Bitcoin pushing above pre-market highs. Technically, pre-market highs would be this 3 a.m. high, but there's some other overnight highs that are a little higher. I would want to see it kind of break out of this consolidation, overnight consolidation at least. Nice bounce out of Goog, nice bounce out of Microsoft. They started off the two strongest, and they are acting the strongest. IWM reversed. It's now acting the weakest, pushing through pre-market lows. Yeah, I mean, if you want to just jump on a train, go ahead, Dark Avenger. What's your level that you're managing risk around, though? That's the key question that you should always be asking. So S&P, NASDAQ both rejecting pre-market lows. Bitcoin just chopping. Lots of things just kind of chopping. Yeah, I did a huge one lot, Watson. Dominated it. Dominated that one lot. I did get filled at $2.75 though. IBM also has earnings after the bell with our buddy Tesla. Let's see, got a couple minutes left. Yeah, it could get there. It's been going straight up to yesterday's high. MU flushed yesterday's lows and bouncing. NVIDIA getting a little frisky to the upside. So got some of the big boys starting to show some strength. Goog, Microsoft, NVIDIA.
Order filled. Order cancelled.
I do like how NVIDIA kind of flushed pre-market lows, overnight lows. See if it can hold above pre-market highs here. I'm going to look at calls in NVIDIA at pre-market highs if I can get a little pullback. I'm going to trade the 185 calls, 2 DTE. I need a little pullback closer to my level though. I'm going to put an order in at $1.12. See if it will come down and hit me. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's taken off without me. Taking off without me. Didn't give any love back down to that pre-market high level. Oh yeah, MU had a volume bar. It's pulling back. It's below pre-market highs, but you could see if it pops back above that and use that as your level, I guess. Oh, NVIDIA coming back down. I'm going to keep my order there for a minute. S&P, NASDAQ dipping a little bit. Microsoft dipping a little bit. NVIDIA just might get filled if it comes down a little bit more. No, didn't get it. Come on, come get me. Come down to my level. Again, I'm on the 185 calls. Orders at $1.12. Looks like it's trading for about $1.15. There we go. It's going to get filled. Filled at $1.12. All right, let's see if we can hold above pre-market highs. Pretty decent dip in S&P. Oh yeah, Netflix. Nice little bounce there, Tony. All right, so NVIDIA at the level. Hold the line, NVIDIA. Hold the line. Try to get out of some NVIDIA at $1.35. Starting to pop. Oh, wait, that's too high. What am I doing? What am I doing? 125 is what I meant. It's almost there. Filled at $1.26 to close some NVIDIA. Pre-market highs, Dark Avenger, like I said, pre-market highs is my level. That's where I got filled, right at pre-market highs.
Order
that's my level.
partially filled. Order filled.
That's how that works. Have a level, manage risk around that level. Try to get out of some more NVIDIA if it pushes up to yesterday's high. I'm going to put my profit target at, let's see what $1.45 looks like. Yeah, it's a little above. That'll work. I'll leave it there for now in case it pushes through. Dark Avenger, is this your first live stream? Did you not know? Did you not know how I manage risk? $1.45 hit in NVIDIA. Beautiful. Meta's popping. What else is moving here? NASDAQ through highs of day. S&P still mid-range. Russell chop. Moo still no bounce after that big volume bar. Oh yeah, 1DTE getting some good love even with Tesla earnings. Tesla earnings just isn't what it used to be, I guess. Nvidia's taking over. Used to be if Tesla had earnings, you'd get no decay. Nvidia is still pushing above previous day high. I like it. I like it. I like what we got going here. Meta is really pumping. Pump it up, Meta. Somebody took their Metamucil today. Sorry, every time I trade Meta, I just think of Metamucil. I don't know what it is. Meta's kind of getting a mighty 90. Right up at previous day high. Let's see, I got out of my last NVIDIA's at $1.45. I'll take some more off at $1.65 if it keeps going. It's only a little bit higher. Might hit it. Come on. Pop it. Pop it. It popped. $1.65. NVIDIA's getting close to maybe having a volume bar, which I would, yeah, on this volume spike, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the rest. I'll put my order at $1.75. See if you can come get me. Come get me before this bar ends in, well, 10 seconds, I guess. Let's see if I'll just leave that. I'm just gonna leave my order at $1.75. I've just got 2 lots left on a initial 25 lot. So we will let that ride. Meta a little pause at previous day high after that volume spike. I do like that as a mighty 90 short. Right when it pushes through a key level with that volume spike. MU still holding, but no extension higher. Circle strong early, gave it all up. Well, Netflix's little bounce is getting pushed back down. NASDAQ trying to go green, S&P chopping in unchanged land. Bitcoin still chopping, Russell still chopping. PLTR, after a big flush, trying to get back to green. NVIDIA pulling back to previous day high. Be back in 1 minute. Kind of like NVIDIA for an ad here, but I'm just gonna hold. It's holding above previous day high for now, anyway. Tesla dipped below lows, trying to bounce. MSTR breaking out. Oh, there goes Bitcoin. There goes Bitcoin popping above that overnight consolidation with volume. See if Bitcoin can hold that level at the end of this bar. I like waiting for these 15-minute closes over these key levels. It's really kind of saved me from getting whipped out a lot of times. S&P, NASDAQ dipping. NVIDIA's dipping below previous day high now. That Mighty 90 and Meta would have worked decent. Probably already hit first profit target, maybe, if you took it. Goog coming down. Microsoft just kind of chopping under highs. SK is screaming at us again, saying circle run after his mama. I don't understand what that means. Do not understand what that means, but it bounced early, sold off, now it's bouncing again. All right, so Bitcoin, now it's dipping. It did slightly close over that level, but immediately dropped. Let's see where it does here. MSTR is kind of right at pre-market highs, kind of similar to Bitcoin. It's right at the top of this overnight consolidation area. Watson, you jumping in MSTR? Watson loves MSTR. Loves it. Can't get enough of it. Banks are still acting weak. No over trading for me today. Yesterday was a complete waste of brain power and everything, actually. I might be one and done. Let's see if we get any other action. We're still just, I mean, the indices are pretty choppy here. I'm watching Bitcoin and MSTR. I figure since Watson's scared of MSTR, I may have to trade it for him. You know, sometimes you got to step in and handle business for people when they get scared. It's kind of reacting off that level, not in a great way though. Bitcoin and MSTR. So Nvidia tried to hold back above yesterday's high and it got pushed back down again. Still just got my 2 lot left. I was hoping for just a little more pop to hit it. And now it's kind of halting. SK, I really want to know what you mean. Why is Circle running after his mama? I don't understand. Can you explain? If Circle's running after his mama, I want to know why. Yeah, Bitcoin was going up. I still don't know what that has to do with Circle's mama. Oh, I gotcha. I understand now. My bad. I'm the slow one. I see. Bitcoin was going up. Circle started to bounce, coming after his mama. I'm with you. I'm completely with you now. All right, so Bitcoin rejected, MSTR rejected bad. Circle's running after his mama again. Do I want to hold on to Nvid? It's not really holding. I'll give it a minute, see if this market's gonna show any legs. Russell is not showing any legs. It's getting towards yesterday's low. Microsoft, on the other hand, is pushing through highs of day. Hopefully Dark Avenger jumped on that with his vibes. He's getting paid on vibes. That was Friday. Fish is when I went over the one that I actually took. Kind of went step by step. Nvidia is still coming down. Just gave it all it had on the upside, and that was it for now. Bitcoin, really nice rejection off that level. Same with MSTR. Hood trading back down towards lows.
Order cancelled. Order filled. Order cancelled. Order filled.
My BICs are loving this chop. My 1DTE is loving the chop. Netflix. Yeah, I mean, I like how it flushed through that previous low of day. But, and the volume is higher than the last, but it's not really a spike. I mean, it's kind of in line with all the other bars except for the first one, and then, you know, that little one right there. So I definitely wouldn't have taken that. So that Meta Mighty 90, it got one leg lower, but popped right back up. Nvidia as a Mighty 90 actually would have gotten you 2 bars. AMD, that volume bar is higher than the first, so I wouldn't have shorted, but it's working. It did have a volume bar. Now it's pulling back to pre-market highs. MU still falling. Yeah, I never found that making those adjustments really, I mean, it's already at max loss, so there's really not a lot you can do with that. Yeah, there's really not much you can do to adjust that thing. Well, in this case, you would need to sell like calls, but it's so far out of the money that there's, like, if you're going to make an adjustment, it needs to be, price is coming down again. Like if you're going to make an adjustment, price would need to be like closer to, you know, like say 1250-ish. And then you could make an adjustment by selling some call spreads. You're essentially taking some of this meat and selling it as a call spread to hedge off the downside risk. And that way, if you get a bounce, you can still make money, but you're taking away some of the risk to the downside. But way down here, I mean, there's nothing you can do. You just got to take it like a man, Dark Avenger. Take it like a man. All right, NVIDIA. What are we doing here? Meta is now rolling over a little bit. Oh, chips are really coming down. All right, I'm just going to get out of NVIDIA. Filled at 112, which is basically right where I got in. Yeah, exactly where I got in. All right, so that little runner ended up being a scratch, but hit 3 profit targets on the way up. Chips coming down, indices coming down. Russell flushed through previous day low. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my 1 DTE. I'll probably transform it later. Mine's already up 20%, so you could probably do it now, but I'm gonna give it some time. Let's see if Russell can hold below yesterday's low. Hood flushing through lows, core weave through lows, coin through lows. Apple's bouncing. Tesla through lows. Tony, are you going to do a Tesla calendar? What's the
Order cancelled. Order partially filled. Order filled.
oh, hang on a second. Got some movement coming in.
Order filled.
I'm gonna trade IWM 1 DTE. Puts 245 puts. It's kind of an aggressive bounce here. So S&P swept pre-market lows again. NASDAQ swept previous day lows again with wow, look at that bounce. In IWM pushed below yesterday's low and then really aggressive bounce. Well, I was looking at, we got a 15-minute close under previous day low in IWM, so I was looking at potentially taking a short at using previous day low as my line, as my level. but it just ripped through it. So good no trade. I mean, you're just adding more risk to the downside with that Dark Avenger. So if you think there's going to be a bounce and you're just trying to kind of average down, I guess you could do that. It's not something I would do. Tesla's still falling, not participating in this bounce. Banks are still staying weak. Hood had a nice mighty 90. I just noticed it's already bounced. CoreWeave had a big volume bar. It's bouncing. This is just kind of all over the place. This is how I got chopped up yesterday. Which tends to happen when there's no decent news or catalyst, right? It's like it flushes key levels, acting like it's getting strong in one direction, then just whips you out. All right, all. I'm not going to take anything here. The only thing that would be of maybe interest would be like a CoreWeave short on this big volume bar, but the way the indices and some of these other stocks swept some lows and then bounced so aggressively, I think I'm going to pass on that as well. Yeah, we've got CPI Friday morning, so my goal is just to kind of stay small, don't trade too much in this kind of pre-CPI action, and then wait to see what the market does on CPI. See if we might get some good action on Friday and into early next week maybe. All right, all. That's it for today. Everybody have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in Power Hour. Cheers.